Just like my parents can recall exactly where they were when they learned that President Kennedy had been assassinated, I can recall exactly where I was on September 11th when I learned the Twin Towers had been hit. I was off duty, having worked the previous day, and saw the breaking news on the television. As a patrol deputy here in Stafford, like all the other first responders around the country, I put on my uniform and went to work, anxious for a way to help. As the Pentagon was hit, and another plane crashed in a field in Somerset County, Pennsylvania, first responders in Stafford were evaluating vulnerable locations and preparing to defend our county. Nearly 3,000 people perished in the attacks, including 343 firefighters, 71 law enforcement officers, and 55 military personnel. One of the toughest assignments for any law enforcement officer is to deliver death notifications to family members. It is difficult to fathom the responsibility of informing all those families. One such notification was to John and Jan Vigiano. John was a retired New York City firefighter, and his two sons, John Jr. and Joe, followed in his footsteps, becoming first responders in New York City. John Jr. joined the New York City Fire Department, and Joe joined the New York City Police Department. I can just imagine the jokes going around their Thanksgiving table each year. Tragically, both John Jr. and Joe were killed as they heroically rescued victims trapped in the World Trade Center. Their story doesn't end there, though. Joe left behind 3 sons, 8-year-old Joe Jr., 6-year-old James, and 3-month-old John. Joe Jr. is now a police officer with the NYPD, while the 2 younger brothers are in the military, continuing the family's legacy to serve and protect. As former President George W. Bush said in his speech at the Pentagon, one of the worst days in America's history saw some of the bravest acts in America's history. We'll always honor the heroes of September 11th. Thank you all for your constant support of first responders here in Stafford County and across our great nation. Please keep these brave heroes from September 11th in your thoughts and prayers this weekend and keep their memory eternal. God bless you all.